Hey, it's John from Air Dreaming Life, and today we're going to show you how to take the fantastic screen and fan blades off and clean them as well too. They tend to pick up quite a bit of dirt and a little bit of grease, especially if you're cooking inside on the kitchen. So today kind of went through and removed the screens, cleaned them all out, got the grease out, and did the same thing for at least one of the fan blades. And depending on how old your fantastic fan blades are, you may or may not be able to unscrew them. So walk you guys through and show you how to do that. Pretty simple and something you probably should do every couple of months just to kind of keep things clean. So on to how to do it. So as far as removing the screen, there's a little tab you just have to pull down on. You do need to put a little bit of pressure on there. Sometimes you need to use a little bit of a flat blade screwdriver to get it out as well too. The fan blade's actually a little bit easier. It's just a Phillips head screwdriver you have to unscrew and take down. Now this is one of the newer fantastic fans that has a Phillips head screw on the blade, so it's pretty easy to remove just once you get it started. See, I'm trying to work it through here. And once you get it pulled apart, you still have just a little bit left to go as far as pulling the blade down itself. You want to be careful of the temperature probe as you pull the fan blade down, so as that pulls on down, you don't want to break that off. And I found pulling directly down on the fan hub itself actually was the best way to get this to loosen up. It is in there pretty tight, so you may have to really kind of pull down, but don't be afraid to do that. And you'll see when you look at the spindle that it sits on. So that flat edge of the spindle is going to be important when you go to put the fan blade back on, because you want to make sure you have the right orientation. And the one thing to remember, if you look at the printing on the fan hub, that actually lines up with the flat edge of the fan hub as well too. So if you just line that up with the spindle, you'll be able to get it on pretty easily instead of. And as you can see here, the fan screen itself is pretty dirty. There's a lot of kitchen grease that gets sucked up on there. And so just with a little bit of soap and water, just trying to get that all clean. You can see here, just rinse it off and pretty much ready to go pretty quickly with that. Putting everything back together is actually pretty straightforward as well too. You just have to get that hub of the fan blade lined up with the flat edge of the spindle. You can see that going on there, and it pretty much presses right back in. And we're good to go. We just put the screw back in. And once we get the screw tightened up, we can put the fan screen back in and we're all done. Now as far as getting the fantastic fan screen back on, I usually start on the opposite side of that little notch and get the notch on the opposite side, and it just pops right through, and it's pretty easy to sit back in. There's about 5 or 6 spots, so you have to press it on down, and after that you're pretty much done. And that's all you have to do as far as how to clean your fantastic fan screen and fan blade. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with some more. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as leaving a comment and a thumbs up below. Thanks a lot. See you next time.